Hi everyone, let's talk about Shakeology. I never thought that Shakeology would become one of my favorite things ever, but it totally has. When I started out, I was very skeptical. I had tried another protein shake and I hated it, and I used maybe a couple scoops out of the bag, and then the bag sat in my pantry until we moved and I finally threw it away. I don't want this to be your experience with Shakeology. I want you to try it. I want you to keep trying it if you don't like it. I want you to keep experimenting and seeing what you do, what you like to add to it, and the textures and how thick you want it to be and how thin you want it to be and how cold and all that kind of stuff. For me, I'm a very picky eater. I did not like my first shake. I didn't like my second shake, and I didn't even like my third shake. It took about 4 or 5 tries for me to figure out what I liked best. For me, I found that I needed it to be kind of on the thin side. I didn't want it thick like a milkshake. I needed it to be super cold, and I wanted to drink it through a straw. So that's what helped me. Hopefully, I'm really picky and weird about things, so hopefully you will not have that experience. Most people drink their first shake, they love it, and they don't have any issues whatsoever. But please do stay in touch with me. Ask in the group if you're looking for a recipe or if you're struggling with it, because like I said, it does happen every now and then, but most people just have it right off the bat and love it. There has been nothing that I've ever done for my health that has improved it like Shakeology. It is not your mama's protein shake. It is so much more than that. I encourage you to learn about it, to learn about the superfoods that are in it. I personally don't take vitamins anymore. I would most of the time forget to take them anyway, but I feel like if you eat clean and eat a well-balanced diet like the program tells you to eat, and then have a daily Shakeology, you really don't need much more. I have had challengers who have gone off all different kinds of medications, everything from blood pressure and cholesterol medications to even antidepressants, and largely because of Shakeology. I personally, my stomach issues were cured. I went off of the restricted diet and medicine for my stomach because of Shakeology. Totally healed my stomach. Again, it's one of those kinds of things, the compound effect, where the more I drink it, the more health benefits I get from it. And so I do encourage you to give it a chance. And to drink it every day. I have a handful of challengers who drink it Monday through Friday, and then they kind of forget on the weekends because they're off schedule. Don't. You've got to drink it every day. It's amazing what it can do for you. I personally budgeted into our family budget every month as groceries. It is, it again takes the place of my vitamins, and it takes the place of a snack that I used to have every day. So let's get to how to drink it, when to drink it, all that good stuff. As with just about everything in this program, it all boils down to what works best for you and where it makes the most sense for you to have it. For me, I was having, like I said, a very unhealthy snack every day about 2 or 3 o'clock to give me that boost to get through dinner. I was having like a scone, a muffin. I was baking cookies with my kids. I was taking them out for ice cream and having it myself. I was going to like coffee shop and getting a fancy latte and whatever they had that day, whether it was a muffin or scone or something, every day about 2 or 3 o'clock. So I decided for me, that's when it made the most sense for me to have it. If now you don't eat breakfast, or you have breakfast on the go, you just kind of grab whatever you can as you walk out the door, I recommend you have it then. It also can be a meal replacement. So if you are busy and always on the go, it can be your lunch. If you are eager to lose a good bit of weight, it could be a meal replacement for that reason also. So whatever you put in it, you're going to want to count. And just so you know, 1 packet or 1 scoop of Shakeology equals 1 serving. If you have sensitivity issues in the beginning, it is okay to go down to half a scoop and start off that way. Personally, for me, my stomach was so messed up and so awful that it improved my system. But for some people, you know, they do kind of have to ease into it. So 1 serving equals 1 red. Again, you do count this everything you put in it, and the Shakeology does count as a red. So I was also skeptical in the beginning about adding spinach. I didn't want to add anything green to it. I thought I'd be able to feel and it would change the texture. It totally does not. You cannot taste it at all. A little tip is to put a paper towel in your spinach that absorbs the water, the moisture, and keeps it fresher for longer. But I personally add in 2 scoops of spinach every day to my shake, especially if I know I'm going to a party, or I know I'm struggling, or I know it's the holidays or something like that. I put in 2 scoops of spinach because that automatically I get 2 veggies right there. Anything else you put in, you count. I always put in frozen, cherries, frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries. If you want to freeze your bananas, a tip with that is to go ahead and peel the banana, go ahead and cut it in half, put it in a Ziploc freezer bag. It does not brown. If you chop your bananas up quickly, put them in the freezer bag, get them in the freezer. They will stay nice and yellow, and I just love putting frozen bananas in mine too. You can also add peanut butter, almond butter, PB2, PB Fit, things like that. Again, whatever you add, you do have to count, so just keep that in mind. And if you're adding any almond milk or anything like that, you do count it as a yellow. I personally only use water in my shakes. I was skeptical about that as well, but I've discovered that they're delicious with just plain water, so I encourage you to try that out as well, so that you can use your yellows for other things like rice, or some crackers or bread or something like that. So what else do I want to tell you about Shakeology? That might be it. If you have any questions about Shakeology, if you're looking for recipes, there are so many recipes out there. Just ask. They're on, there's some in probably our Facebook page. There are also tons online. There are tons on Pinterest. One thing I failed to mention in the food prep video is to stay off Pinterest for your food prep. It will stress you out. The only thing I tell you to look for on Pinterest are Shakeology recipes. Now, those are easier. You'll see some that are like Girl Scout cookie recipes and candy bar recipes and stuff like that, so that you'll be able to get a nice dessert in. You can also make desserts and power bars and power balls and all kinds of stuff with your Shakeology. I encourage you to do that as well. Shakeology really has changed my cravings. It keeps my blood sugar level. It helps me to make better choices. It really has been amazing for me. So I encourage you to try it. You can go ahead and get started this week during prep week with it. There's no sense in waiting. I would go ahead and ease into it that way and start trying it as a snack or meal replacement this week. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I hope you enjoy it.